Hey, so, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna make this video. Bad lighting again, whatever. I don't care. I should buy a lamp or something. I mean, I have my lamp on over there, but a small light or whatever. But whatever. Uh, okay, look. So I was watching Warren Smith, who I like to watch sometimes. I was watching him earlier today. So he made a video debating Brian Shapiro, which I'll pull up. I'll show you. Brian Shapiro is this left wing guy, which almost seems like an oxymoron or something. But if YouTube will load, because my internet's been being really crappy lately, so and it's not YouTube won't even pull up, even though I am connected to the internet. Actually, I'm connected to my iPhone because anyway, hotspot. So that's the only way to whatever. Okay. Never seen that YouTuber before. Interesting. But oh yeah, that was sad. This clip from Am I Racist? That was sad. Anyway, so this dude thinks he's smart, Brian Shapiro, but he is really, really freaking dumb. I mean, I made a YouTube short about it earlier today. So let me just show you this guy's channel. So well, first of all, I was watching this video earlier today. Warren Smith was talking to him, and he would not. First of all, at one point he was like, "Okay, so I can see." He's talking to Warren. He's like, "I could see that you think black people shouldn't fly airplanes." It's like Warren never said that, you idiot. Like, what is wrong with you? And really, this is okay. Before I show you his channel and stuff, like, this is really what I've noticed quite a bit lately is that a lot of grown adults just have horrible critical thinking skills. They're just terrible at thinking. They just suck horribly. Like my dad is a prime example of this. Like it's not like he can't be logical because he can be. It's not like he's not feminine. I mean, certain aspects of his temperament maybe, but not generally. But the dude, I'm talking about my dad. Dude cannot think critically to save his life. I mean, that's not true, but he like just constantly shit logic, just terrible reasoning. This is how my dad is. Like I respect him as I would any typical person, but dude is embarrassingly bad at making arguments, and it's really really freaking bad because he's in his 50s. And my mom is similar, though she's a bit smarter, but yeah. So it's really really not a good thing for a grown adult to not be able to use basic logic and understand the basics of forming arguments. It's a really freaking bad thing. But I see it all the time. I see it all the time. And it's just concerning. It's like my dad's a decent guy, decent man. You might even say a fine man in some ways at least. But he sucks at thinking. And often, like, usually what I end up doing is I just don't even. It's just not worth it to me. Because I don't want to make him look like an absolute idiot, which is what I would do if I were to actually. Because I've worked out the arguments. Like, I've. Various things he'll say, and it's like I know exactly what's underneath his statement. Like or at least what's almost certainly underneath, what he's saying. I could give an example, but I don't even want to because it's just. I just don't engage because I'm too agreeable. But it's scary how shitty like just how bad my dad is at forming arguments, at thinking critically. He sucks so bad at it. It's really not good. And it's not just him. It's not just my dad. Like, my mom's also pretty bad, especially given that she is, I don't know, she probably, if IQ were perfectly correlated with intelligence, she'd probably have an IQ of like 120, roughly, my mom. So above average, but not super high. Then my brother, he's probably more in like it's probably a bit higher. Yeah, a bit higher than my mom. At least 125, 130, maybe even 135. My older brother. Anyway, again, we're talking like if IQ were perfectly correlated with intelligence, but the mean were still 100. Anyway, but it's just really bad. And I know my dad would probably be way better at thinking if it weren't for the fact that his father just was not a good parent, and as a result, he continued that trend because my dad's dad didn't deal with his shit, his trauma, so he passed it on to my dad, who didn't deal with it, so he passed it on to his kids, which is me and my siblings, and it's just cycle keeps continuing, dragon keeps living and keeps getting bigger until someone finally deals with it. So, which I've had to do. I mean, I would say shrooms have really helped me do that. One trip in particular, boy, took a lot of saying Jesus' name over and over. Anyway, but it worked. It did work because that's the power of God. Anyway, but it's not a good thing. It's like, just because Jesus is the only one who saves doesn't mean that you should just not deal with your shit, your psychological problems, your turmoil or trauma that you have. Like, I don't think God thinks that's okay. I really don't. But it's what my parents did. They could have not done that. They could have actually, dealt with their problems and not passed it on to their kids, but they didn't. It's like, okay, fine. Seems a bit, is it selfish? Well, it might be selfish to do that because, like, you could deal with your problems before having kids and make sure that, you don't pass it on to your children, or you could just not deal with it, which is what my parents did, and just, pass it on to your kids because you don't want to deal with it. Okay. You have that choice. I mean, look, God is the perfect judge, so. But anyway, with so many adults, it's very concerning because it's like, the way I see it is you've had years to practice, especially if you're in your 40s or 50s. You've had like decades, like at least, a couple decades at least, to practice forming arguments and learning how to think critically. And it's like you still suck at it, like horribly. Like, it's a really freaking bad thing. It's really not a good thing. And I see people like this moron. I see people like this idiot who MAGA caller's upset. Brian covers Trump. He was talking about Trump. Elon Musk embarrassed, proves he is a racist thug in viral interview. What do you like? I just know that video is a bunch of BS. Caller tells Brian to trust Trump. It ends in an epic takedown. Heated live exchange. Like, these are shit thumbnails, first of all. It just feels like you're trying to, like, build yourself up and say, oh, I'm such a manly man. Look at me. Like, this is the impression I get. Brian destroys idiotic MAGA caller in live. What does it say? Something MAGA moron. Absolutely insane. MAGA caller's J.D. Vance defense falls apart. Brian goes nuclear after MAGA caller. MAGA caller refuses to admit he voted for Donald Trump. But I've seen clips of this guy, and he's just so dumb. This might be the craziest MAGA call yet. But get this. Well, I'd better show it with this stupid network BS that my dad put on. It's just another example of my father's idiocy. And look, he says, I know his argument because we've talked about it. Okay, and the internet's being terrible. But he'll be like, or what he said was, well, there's hackers and stuff, and y'all don't even have a VPN. Okay, come on. Why did it disconnect from my, connect back to my phone? Gosh dang it. My dad, we talked about it, and he was like, well, it's VPN, just hackers, y'all don't have a VPN, so gotta put this thing on. It's like, dude, if you're that freaking concerned about it, spend money and buy us all a VPN if you care so damn much. What? No need to curse, Brent. No need to curse. But if you care so much, fine, buy us all a VPN. Okay, what is wrong with my phone now? My phone is weird too. Jesus help me. Gosh, dang. I don't know why it does that. I did not change anything. I did not change anything on my phone. I don't know why it freaking just did that shit. Like, it's dumb as hell. But come on. Jeez. Help me, Jesus. Lord Jesus, help me. But so freaking dumb. Okay, so it's... Oh, there it is. There it is. Warren Smith couldn't answer Brian's simple question about Charlie Kirk. His defense collapsed. No, it didn't. I literally watched the video. Like he was the one who couldn't answer... like, his... Warren's simple question. And Warren, like, go watch the video on it. It's on his channel. I might watch this, but... Probably not, because... I don't even want to give him the view or anything. But, like, there's a reason why Warren Smith has got, like, 600-something thousand subs, and this dude's got 200,000, which is still a lot of subs. But, you know, he's managed to fool a lot of people. But, oh, my gosh. But this dude, like, his IQ might be in the like, 70s or 80s. I mean, if I'm really being realistic. Like... Okay, let's say 80s. That would be my guess. But, like, he was the one who couldn't answer a simple question. He was going, no, you got to give me an example. And then Warren Smith was literally telling me, he was like, Lauren, this is what Smith was saying. He was like, so we can't just use logic and say, if we start doing this, this might be a problem. And he's like, no, you got to point to a specific example. It's like, do you understand how stupid you sound right now? So anyway, and look, I'm sorry I'm like extra emotional in this video. I understand that I'm being, I'm usually not like this, but Jump is becoming completely incoherent. I don't know about completely. That is okay. That's funny. His face there is kind of funny. That's actually not a bad thumbnail. This is a victory. Yeah, okay. Well, that's a good... Maybe he made some good points there. See, I'll give him that. Because I don't know... What has happened with gas prices lately? They went down. It was like, oh, great. All of a sudden, they're back up. Explain that shit. Like, that is dumb as heck. Like, wasted. Oh, MAGA college. What a moron. Wow. That's rich, man. Oh, man. Yeah, this guy, I should psychoanalyze him at some point. But, I mean, I know he's really, really freaking dumb. Wow, he's got a donate thing here. Pushing the limits. Las Vegas. Please email. Yeah, boy. This dude. He's got 7,000 videos. So I see, yeah, no, like his videos, he's not pulling that many views. I mean, more than me. Like, okay. Oh, look at that too. This one has less views. Well, it's only been a day, so never mind. But, like, he's not pulling, well, compared to Warren Smith. I mean, let's just look here. I mean, whoops, I cannot type for crap. It's because my fingers are on the wrong keys. But it's like he has to upload 7,000 videos to reach that view count. What was it? 60 million or something? All right. Slowly loading. Here we go. Whereas this guy's got over triple the subs. He's only got 400 videos. And he's got how many views? Yeah, 151 million. Like, yeah, because this dude actually knows how to think. I mean, he's not the most intelligent person in the world, but, oh yeah, this was, oh my gosh, I watched that. I guess it was not under this account, yeah. But anyway, I've seen most of these recent videos, or pretty much all of them, I think. But yeah, and then here's this one recently. It's like, it was bad, y'all. Like, yeah, the art of thinking critically. This dude is good. People talk shit about him, and people have said, oh, his story sounds like fabricated BS. Like, Nick Miller said that. Like, Nick Miller was like, because I asked him about him. He's like, he seems like a Jordan Peterson knockoff. Or what did he say? Not knockoff, but like a wannabe Jordan Peterson. His entire background story sounds like fabricated BS. And it's like, yeah, that doesn't mean it necessarily is. It might just sound like it. Like, crazy things happen to people all the time. Like, it happens. It's like, wow, how did that happen? I can't believe that. But it's like, well, it happened. Like, it happened. So sometimes Nick Miller, look, he's great. I love his videos. I love, but sometimes he just does not use his intelligence. I mean, it's probably all the times, all the weed use. I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it. Like, he's told me, and he said it in his videos, like, he likes weed and he used to smoke a lot. Now, not so much, especially recently because, he had less money. But yeah, he used to just like smoke a lot. Like, that's probably it right there. Like, dude is an intelligent person. I mean, he's ADHD. I am too, though. But he's a creative, like, he calls himself a backyard philosopher. His meta theory is freaking awesome. And he's a very creative philosopher. But sometimes the dude just says dumb stuff. I'm sorry, Nick. Like, if you're watching this, Nick Miller, sometimes you say some dumb shit. Like, that guy's just a Jordan Peterson. Like, his entire story sounds like fabricated bullshit. Okay, it's like, fair enough, but it doesn't mean it is. And also, it's like, where's your evidence that, like, that he's just like a Jordan Peterson wannabe? Like, where's your evidence for that? Like, he's so biased sometimes. That's the thing about Nick Miller. Like, look, it's great. I recommend everyone check out his channel. But sometimes he's just really biased. And like I said, we were talking about Matt Walsh. I mentioned this in my last video, I think. We were talking about Matt Walsh the other day, and he was saying, like, that, like, he saw clips of the Am I Racist documentary. And Nick was telling me, he was like, I basically came to the conclusion, like, yes, you are racist. And it's like, no, he's not. And I told him, I was like, you should watch it. I actually think, because I do think he would like it, actually. But it's like, come on, Nick. Like, use your brain, dude. Like, because I know he's intelligent. I know he's not an idiot. He calls himself an idiot, but he also says everyone's an idiot, which doesn't make sense because it's like, compared to who? Like, that just doesn't make sense. If you're comparing us to God, then yeah. But, like, we usually interact with other people. I mean, and God. But, like, oftentimes humans, we interact with each other, so it doesn't really make sense to say everyone's an idiot. Anyway, sorry. Again, this video is just like a big brain dump. Okay, so before you comment that, yes, I acknowledge that. It is. I just got to get some stuff off my chest. Like, sometimes Nick is just says dumb stuff. I know he's not dumb. He's intelligent, obviously. I mean, created a meta theory of everything. But sometimes he just be saying stuff, and I'm like, dude, how could you say something so dumb? Like, use your brain. Like when he says he thinks Jordan Peterson just, like, uses what he told me is he thinks Jordan Peterson uses what he knows about, like, human psychology and influence to, like he basically, like, I guess abuses what he knows about influence and, like, uses it to get people to, or basically to make himself more famous. He's told me that. It's like, dude, like, where's your evidence for that? That's not who Jordan Peterson is. Like, do more research. Like, I don't know, watch The Rise of Jordan Peterson, the documentary. I watched that pretty recently. It's a good documentary. It's really good. Like, he hasn't read his books either. I'm like, dude, Nick, like, I've read his books, dude. All three, or no, not Massive Meaning, but the other three, right? Yeah, the other three. It's like, dude, at least read one of his books. Like, gosh dang. You, like, make all these assumptions, and it's really, with Nick and Jordan Peterson, it's because he met Jordan Peterson one time, and he didn't like him, and he thought Peterson was not intelligent, and that nobody would listen to him. But then, this was before Peterson was famous, and then he ended up being wrong, which he admitted one time. So fair enough, good on him. But like, he's biased. Like, he's biased against Peterson. He's like, yeah, he thinks Jordan Peterson's a narcissist. It's like, I see no evidence of that. I don't know what evidence you could point to. Like, yeah, he's got a bit of an ego, but so does every man. Like, come on, Nick. I mean, like, Jordan Peterson is not a narcissist. Good gosh. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, he's just wrong about that. Anyway, sorry. This video was supposed to be about, well, okay.